with a Citizen. I am your host, Tia Carol Jones. I am here today with Darren Bryant, who is the new mayor of Robbins. Mayor Bryant, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, first, before I get started, I want to thank the Citizen newspaper. You all have been covering me and giving me some publicity since I've been sworn in, so I appreciate that. Give it honor to God, who's the head of my life, and leads my journey daily. To the people of Robbins, my mother and my father, who are my backbone. The citizens of Robbins, who I represent on daily. That's why I'm here today, to represent Robbins. And I'm a servant of the people. So that pretty much describes me in a general description.
Okay, great. You are the youngest African American mayor to hold office in the entire state of Illinois. When did you know you wanted to be a politician?
I grew up around civil service. My mother and my father were local politicians. My mother's a school board president, District 143.5. My father was a previous trustee and a current library board member. When I was down in Kentucky State University, my HBCU, I ran for junior class president. That was my first political seat that I ever held, and I knew since then that I would come back into my community to serve. Okay. And that's exactly what I did. At 23, I was elected into the Park District as vice president commissioner. Then at 25, went to become the youngest trustee, served as an alderman there for 4 years, and then went on to become mayor.
Okay. And then you did kind of mention that you served as Park District Commissioner and as a village trustee. Why did you want to run for mayor?
Because those positions taught me how to serve. And well, when we came into the park, let me give a little bit more background story with this.
Okay.
When we came into the Park District, the Park District wasn't headed in the right direction. Okay. in certain aspects. Okay. So me and now President Robeson and the rest of the board, we helped financially get that stable. We secured bonds, we paid off previous bonds, and now the Park District has a pathway to a robust future. Went on to see more change, or to desire more change in the community, and went on as trustee, where we started voicing a lot of concerns about transparency, about financial reports, about the basic needs of the people, and along with try to collaborate with all the board to make sure Robbins moves united. But just the continued passion to want to see a difference, see change, is why I ran for mayor. And this is something that I didn't necessarily intentionally do. I was actually picked out of my elders in the community. So they gave me the nod to take on this task. This is an honorable task that I'm doing.
Your swearing in was in May, so a month into it, what have you been able to accomplish, and what are you looking to accomplish?
Organization is what I have been able to start. Okay. I don't feel like we accomplished it yet, but that's the foundation of anything, is having a solid foundation to build upon. So we're still picking the cabinet. I still got to find a police chief. Police chief. There's still some other personnel matters within the village hall that I got to fill. So we're on our way though, and we did just recently amend the budget. This is a big accomplishment. We maneuvered the budget, and we found more money for this year.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you said that you're looking for a police chief. Are you not keeping?
Well, the police chief is typically an appointed position by the mayor. Okay. So whenever you see a new mayor come in, they get their appointed picks in these positions to carry out the agenda.
Okay. Mm-hmm. How do you plan to address things like crime, education, and economic development?
Crime, just talking about the police chief, right? I ran on a platform in which we want to strengthen our police and fire departments. Okay. And we currently have a part-time department in both areas. So just providing our citizens with a full-time service in which we can respond effectively and service our people to the utmost, and that's the ultimate goal. Along with educational, I'm a school teacher.
Okay.
You know, I teach high school PE at my local alma mater, Eisenhower High School. Shout out to the Cards. So education is my passion, and that's another reason why I served in the community. I'm a civil servant or a public servant in that realm too. So what we have is a youth advisory committee, a youth commission board, which we're trying to start to put our youth to work, offer scholarships, and get them involved into the political system and the political arena. Even on an adult education tip, we have a building in our community in which we want to turn into a trade school, and not just talking about union trades, but cosmetology, barber school, and GED programs, and continue to build on our citizens. And the last question, there was a three-part question, was economic development.
Right.
So economic development, in my definition, is broken down into 5 areas. We talk about commercial development, industrial development, residential development is one. Then we talk about financial development, offering financial literacy courses, credit repair, building the citizens' money first to participate in the economy. And then we have rebuilding the infrastructure, right? You need a solid infrastructure to welcome an economy, to welcome a business district. Talking about water infrastructure, lighting, and all that go hand in hand with crime. You know, you got lighting, it's less crime, you know, things of that nature. And then we also talk about, I talked about industrial a little bit, industrial, residential, recreational development, giving people a place to go for leisure and mental health, things of that nature. So,
the world is opening up after 15 months. What are some of the ways you will make sure the residents of Robbins see their village thrive?
Well, just to build on the organization answer I gave earlier is developing a comprehensive plan.
Okay.
The last comprehensive plan we had in the village was in 2007.
Okay.
So that's about 14 years old. We currently set in some meetings earlier this week with CMAP and other governmental planning agencies to help us amend that. So once the people see where they're going, you know, it gives the people the vision to want to participate and be involved in the process and be comfortable as well.
Okay. And when you talk about a comprehensive plan, what are some of the things that are in that plan?
So the comprehensive plan is really the grand scheme of the village.
Okay.
Right? It talks about those pieces of economic development I mentioned. It talked about a plan for commercial development. It talks about how we gotta alleviate our floodplain. We got a 100-year flood zone. We're in a 100-year flood zone.
Okay.
So it also talks about the development of the TOD district. It's a transit-orientated district, which is involved in our metro station. We got a metro station in our village that's under development. It talks about infrastructure. Is this putting all the areas into one plan of the village in simplest terms, comprehensive.
Who are some of the people who inspire you, and what is some of the best advice you've received?
My father and my mother, obviously. The best advice that I ever received from my father was keep it simple. You know, you don't got to be complex when simple isn't done. You know, build upon the foundation. You know, I'm a spiritual guy, you know, so another role model for me is, you know, Christ, right? God, you know, never would be like him, but, you know, just reading the Bible is a lot of good examples in there on how to, whether you believe in it or not, there's a lot of good character examples in that book on how to live your life. So that's a role model for me as well.
So How have you enjoyed being the mayor so far?
Oh, it's been awesome. You know, it's been great coming down here to the Citizen paper and having this interview. But seriously, representing the people of Robbins, I don't take it lightly. I enjoy the responsibility, you know, answering to the people and the headaches, the late nights, the early mornings. You know, I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
What part of your term are you looking forward to the most?
Every part. You know, I looked at this question, it was kind of hard because the beginning is going to be just as good as the end. The middle, when we're going to start to really see some growth, it's going to be exciting. This part is exciting to accomplish. I'm pretty sure when that day comes when I'm leaving, it's going to be exciting. Finally going back to a private life or whatever God has for me, you know. I'm always willing to grow or always excited about the next chapter, you know. So just enjoying life day by day and enjoying the journey, and every moment is fun and exciting.
Great. Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Yes. Once again, always thanks for having me. I enjoy when I get invited to a platform. You know, it means a lot. I don't take this for granted. Always love and peace to the people of Robbins. We stand united, Robbins United. I can be followed at Mayor Bryant _ on all my platforms. Instagram, Twitter, Mayor Bryant on Facebook. Shout out to my executive assistant that's here with me today, Jasmine Washington. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Remember to make plans to join us again next week for Conversations with the Citizen, the place where real news